See, in yesterday class we are explaining about the concept like virtual ground concept. So yesterday I explained already. I'm not repeating right now because it is already placed in my YouTube channel. So please visit. See, now, now we shall discuss about the derivation of gain of the inverting operational amplifiers. Okay. See, yesterday I just stopped the figure right now here. So right now I'm explaining this topic once again. So what is inverting amplifier, operational amplifier? So first of all, we study the definition of inverting amplifier. See, on an operational amplifier, once you see, this is an operational amplifier circuit that produces an amplified output signal that is 180 out of phase with the input signal. So that means whatever the input here given to the inverting terminal, that input will be amplified that input will be amplified gain times of the input voltage. Okay, but it maintains 180 degrees phase shift with the input signal. Why? Because this is the inverting terminal. So our input voltage is given to the input terminal, inverting terminal. So the inverting terminal is indicates negative signal sign. So due to this negative sign, the input signal is inverted. Okay, due to this input, due to the sign of this inverting terminal, the input voltage is what will happen? Inverted. So it will look like. Okay. So therefore, whatever the output voltage we obtained from this operational amplifier, that output voltage always maintain 180 degrees phase shift with respect to this input voltage. Okay. So now I want to derive the gain of this amplifier. How much gain is produced this amplifier? Okay. So for that purpose, I am considering the virtual ground concept once again. According to virtual ground concept, whatever the potential at non-inverting terminal is there, the same potential will be drawn at inverting terminal. So point A, see here the point A and point B, the potentials between the two terminals. Now point B is connected to ground through a wire. Okay. So therefore the potential at this point capital B is always indicates zero potential. Okay. But according to virtual ground concept, whatever the potential is there on terminal B, the same potential is there at terminal A. So therefore, according to this virtual ground concept, AB are virtually grounded. AB are virtually grounded. So therefore, the same potential A is also having the same potential of B. Okay, and see here the input signal. So this is the input signal. This input signal is connected through inverting terminal, connected to inverting terminal through a input resistance. Generally, ideal op amp have infinite resistance. Okay, everybody know. And see, I'm connecting some negative feedback to this operational amplifier. That means for that purpose, a small fraction of output voltage is connected to input inverting terminal through a resistor. This resistor is called feedback resistor. So through a resistor R. Okay, and these two are nothing but power supplies. See. These are power supplies, positive VCC, and this is negative VE. So these are the power supplies. Okay, these are the power supplies. These power supplies are dual power supply, and these dual power supply will give you balanced output or balanced voltage. Okay, to this operational amplifier. Right now, so according to virtual ground concept, the 2 points therefore the 2 points are equal potential. So therefore the potential at point A is VA. I am representing potential at point VA is V suffix A, and the potential at point is VB. So see here, if I am giving this input signal to the non-inverting terminal, that means the current is traveling in this direction. This is the current direction. See, this is the current direction traveling in this direction, and at point A the current was splitting into 2 parts. Okay, so one part is moving like that. See, I am using another color. One point is moving in this direction, okay, and one point is moving through RF resistor. Okay, so this is the current direction through RF resistor. Okay, so at point A the current was splitting in 2 directions. So this is one current and this is, so this, for suppose this is I1, then this is the I2 current and this is the IF current. Okay, because through resistor, feedback resistor, this current was traveling, so that's why it is called as IF. Okay, so right now I want to express, so I am applying KCL law, means that is called Kirchhoff current law at this point A. Okay, so I'm applying Kirchhoff's current law at point capital A, at point capital A or node A. So according to Kirchhoff law, what Kirchhoff's first law say, that the algebraic sum of the entering currents is equal to algebraic sum of the leaving currents. Okay, so here see, the potential at point is always represents zero potential. Why? Because the potential at point B is also connected to ground. So the potential at point BB is zero. That is nothing but the potential at point A is also zero. So therefore, due to this potential, the current I2 was not entering into this operational amplifier. So therefore, current I2 is always equal to zero, because after then at this point the current is splitting, and some portion of the current is entering into operational amplifier and some portion is current entering into RF resistor. But here the potential is zero, so that's why due to this negative terminal, the current I2 was not entering into this operational amplifier. So therefore, the sum of the currents, entering currents, is equal to sum of the leaving currents. So according to Kirchhoff law, this current is represented by sum of the entering currents, that is called I1, is equal to sum of the leaving currents, that is nothing but IF. Sum of the entering currents is equal to sum of the leaving currents. So this is the from Kirchhoff law, we will write the sum of the entering currents is equal to sum of the leaving current. This is called Kirchhoff's current law, and Kirchhoff's having two laws. One is current law and one is voltage law. Okay, but you know that I1C, what is what is the current formula? Current is equal to, for suppose V is equal to voltage. What is the voltage across this resistor, and what is the voltage across this what is the voltage across this resistor and what is the voltage across this resistor RF. So from this I'll write voltage formula. V is equal to IR. Okay, so V is equal to IR is the voltage across this resistor. Similarly, V is equal to IR. So but here I already having I, because I1 current is flow through this resistor. So therefore R1 resistor, that is called. So voltage, I want to find out voltage. Okay, so therefore, for suppose what is I is equal to, here I'll write V by R. So in this notation I want to write, first of all, entering currents, after that leaving currents voltage. I represent here entering currents voltage and leaving currents voltage. So here see, V in is the voltage, and at point A, according to nodal point of this point A, okay, I'll represent voltages are different. So at this point, what is the potential VA? Okay, at this point, what is the potential? VA. So at this point, potential is VA, and this is the input voltage V in. Okay, divided by resistance R. So therefore, I1 can be represented as C. V input voltage minus, because see this resistor and this is the voltage. So V in ikkadi nunchi ravali ila vellali. The direction of the current voltage is indicated in this direction. Say I am representing color. So direction is like that. Okay. So therefore V in minus VA minus VA divided by what is the resistor R1. So this notation, it is look like this notation. Okay, right, is equal to, now sum of the leaving currents. Sum of the leaving currents means VA, voltage at point VA minus output voltage V0 divided by feedback resistor. So therefore that is represented by VA minus V0 divided by R. Understand everybody how I write this step? By using Kirchhoff's law, sum of the entering currents is equal to sum of the leaving currents. So the current, so therefore the voltage across the resistor is V is equal to IR. So therefore I is equal to V by R. Now I want to represent the potentials here, because resistance already know that R1 is the input resistor and RF is the feedback resistor. Sum of the leaving currents resistor is R1. Sum of the entering currents resistance is R1. Sum of the leaving currents resistance is RF. So therefore the voltage representation now depends upon this point A. So we are applying node notification. Okay, node presentation under the. So therefore according to this node, the input voltage is Vn minus V0 divided by R1 is equal to V VA minus V0. Right now ila veltundi, ikkadi nunchi ila veltundi. VA minus V0 divided by RF. Okay, so please note everybody. I'll please note everybody. So please note everybody. I'll move to this. Understand everybody how I'll write this equation according to Kirchhoff law. I'm using this principle. Right. So please note everybody. Please note everybody. Right. So I'll write here once I go back. Okay. Okay. Understand everybody? So from this equation, see what will be happen. See here, the terminal at point B, the potential at the point B, VB is 0. then therefore according to virtual ground concept, the potential at VA is also 0. So therefore the potential at VA is always 0. So therefore according to virtual ground concept, the potential VA is equal to VB and both are equal to 0. So therefore potential VA is also 0. So therefore V in divided by R1, simply place this is minus 0 and this is also 0 potential, that is nothing but V naught divided by RF. Okay, understand? So please note everybody. Right, see once again. So according to virtual ground concept, I'll put VA is equal to 0. So therefore this equation will be written as V in divided by R1. Okay, and this is equal to minus V naught by RF. Minus V naught by RF. Understand? So from this equation I'll write, because I want the output voltage. Okay, so therefore if you know output voltage, then only you can know the gain of this amplifier, because our aim is to derive the gain of the inverting amplifier. So that's why what is our output voltage right now? From this equation, V naught is equal to, you simply cross multiply this. So therefore minus RF divided by R1, because this RF is dividing here, then it will go to multiply here. So therefore minus, so minus will be, I'll move to this side. So minus RF divided by R1 into V in. So see, this is the actual output of the inverting amplifier. So this is the output of inverting amplifier. Understand? So please note, this is the output voltage of inverting amplifier. Output voltage of inverting amplifier. Okay. So but we know that the output voltage of operational amplifiers is V naught is equal to gain times of, this gain is open loop or closed loop, because already see, this is open loop or closed loop, this is open loop or closed loop, this is a closed loop, because I already consider feedback through a output to input. So I will consider feedback. So therefore this is a closed loop. So I want to write this is a closed loop gain. Okay. So therefore this is a closed loop gain CL dot V input voltage. Okay. So difference of input voltage. So therefore this is the actual formula of a output voltage of the operational amplifier. So right, this is the equation A and this is equation B. Okay, so simply equating both sides, so what we will get equating both sides, V naught is same, V in is same, but only the difference is ACL. So therefore ACL is equal to minus R divided by R1. So this is the gain of the inverting amplifier. So this is nothing but gain of the gain formula of inverting amplifier. Understand? This is the gain of the inverting amplifier. So everybody understand? It is very easy. I'll derive this for equation by using virtual ground concept. See, once again I'll move this page. See, so I want to our aim of this experiment is to determine or to derive the gain of the inverting op amp. So according to actually what is the definition of inverting amplifier? An output circuit, an operational amplifier circuit that produces an amplified output signal that is 180 degrees out of the phase with the input signal. See, so for that purpose, I consider one inverting operational amplifier. So I will connect input voltage to the inverting terminal through a resistor R1, and I'll connected a feedback, a negative feedback. This is because the negative terminal I will give you negative feedback. So therefore, a small fraction of output voltage is connected to input terminal through a input resistance Rm. Okay, through a input resistance Rm. So after that, see, I'm using Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so Kirchhoff's current law. Due to this Kirchhoff current law, the sum of the currents entering into the equal to sum of the leaving currents. Okay, according to now voltage is given here means current is traveling in this direction, and at point A this current is splitting into two parts. So one is I2 and one is IF. But I2 is not entering into the output operational amplifier, so therefore this entering current I2 is also zero. Now I'll explain the ground concept like whatever the potential at point B is there, same potential is developed at point B, point A. So due to this reason, the potential at point B and the potential at point A both are equal to 0. So now I want to write nodal equations according to this nodal format. So the input voltage, the current I is equal to V by R. So therefore, input voltage is traveling in this direction. So therefore, the direction of voltage is right. Okay. So current direction of voltage rally. Now Vn minus Va divided by R1 is equal to Va minus Vf minus V0 divided by Rf. But according to virtual ground concept, these two potentials are equal. So therefore, at point A, potential at point A is equal to 0. Therefore, Vn minus 0. So simply substitute 0 in place of Va. So Vn minus 0 by R1 is equal to 0 minus V0 by Rf. So from this equation, I rearranged V0 is equal to minus Rf divided by R1 into Vn. So, but we know that the output voltage of the operational amplifier is V0. V0 is equal to ACL into Vn. So equating both sides of equation A and B. So finally we will get the equation that is called closed loop gain of the inverting amplifier. So this is also called as closed loop gain of inverting operational amplifier. Inverting operational amplifier. Okay. See here the negative sign is indicates the phase shift. Here negative sign indicates here negative sign indicates phase shift. Okay, so phase shift. Why? Because whatever the input was given, that input will be the input will be converted amplified output, and this output is maintained 180 degrees phase shift, because this negative sign indicates, but whatever the negative sign indicates, it is a phase shifter. Okay, so therefore, so this is called inverting operational amplifiers. Okay, so please note everybody, if you're having any doubts, please arise me. Okay, so somebody was asking previous page catalyzer, but I'm not using any previous page in this question. I'll drag the same question every time. Okay. So choose for previous page, not just the arrow. Okay, so right. Understand all of you? Please respond me. Everybody understand? Shall we move the next topic? Non-inverting amplifiers. Please respond me. If you respond, then I will move to next topic. Understand? Okay. Shall we move the next topic? Hey, somebody is told to me board is not visible. Visible or not, board is. Which channel means I already placed in your messages. Okay, activities. Once you open the Teams app and go activities, in that activities, go to 19th batch. Okay, so final year batch. In that batch, I post my YouTube channel link. So through that link, you can go. Letters are not visible. In my mobile is already everybody. So once roll number 14 MPCSA ADC GDP Gopal Pattam. So please switch off. Please log out and again once again log in. Okay, I think you are in not in network condition. Okay, in your mobile network signal is weak, so that's the reason. Okay, next come to non-inverting amplifiers. Okay, so inverting is already over. So this is inverting operational amplifiers gain. So I'll prove that inverting operational amplifiers gain. Right now I'll move to non-inverting same situation. I repeated, but in case of non-inverting amplifier, I'm moving to non-inverting amplifiers. Okay, right. See, I'll move to next page. Right now. So next concept, derivation. Derivation derivation of gain. Derivation of gain of non-inverting amplifiers. Okay, so now the concept is okay. So this is our next topic. Venkat. Oh, Venkat. So derivation of the gain of non-inverting amplifiers. So first of all, I want to tell what about non-inverting amplifiers. So I'll write the definition of non-inverting amplifier. After then, I'll draw the non-inverting amplifier diagram. So after then, I'll prove what is the gain of that amplifier. Okay. So first of all, note everybody, this is the definition of non-inverting amplifier. So a non-inverting a non-inverting amplifier, a non-inverting amplifier is an op-amp circuit designed to provide positive voltage gain. Okay, so now a non-inverting amplifier is an operational amplifier circuit designed to provide a positive voltage gain. So almost non-inverting amplifiers will show the positive gain only. Okay, so the input is directly applied applied to non-inverting terminal. Okay, so the non-inverting amplifier is an operational amplifier circuit designed to provide positive voltage gain. So the input is directly applied to non-inverting terminal. Okay, the input is directly connected to non-inverting terminal. Like it is the output signal. So the output signal that is zero phase with the input signal. So understand. So a non-inverting amplifier is an operational amplifier circuit designed to provide a positive voltage gain. So it is always produces a positive voltage gain. So this is very important. Positive voltage gain. Okay. So the input is directly applied to non-inverting terminal. Then the output. See here. Then the output signal that is zero phase with the input signal. So then the output voltage providing this the output voltage delivered non-inverting amplifier is always maintained at zero phase. So whatever the input signal given to this type of operational amplifier, then the output voltage as shown is same phase with the input signal. So the output voltage maintains same phase with the input signal. So let us draw the circuit. Let us draw the operational amplifier diagram. See, I will draw here. So please note everybody. I'll move to down. Okay. So this is actually non-inverting amplifier history. See. So everybody right? I'll draw here. Circuit diagram. This is the operational amplifier. This is my operational amplifier. This is negative and this is positive terminal. This is power supply and this is the output voltage. So this is the output voltage and this is a power supply plus VCC and this is the power supply minus VCC, because dual channel is very important to operate this operational amplifier. This is called op amp. Okay, and this is output voltage we know. And see here a resistor. This is called input resistor R1 and which is directly connected to ground, and this is the voltage signal. Okay, see here I am connecting to the ground, here also I am connecting to the ground. Now see, I am not giving any signal to the right now input terminal. So this is called inverting terminal and this is a non-inverting terminal. Okay, so right now I'm not giving any input signal to the inverting terminal. So I am connecting input signal where in non-inverting segment. So this is called input signal V in. Okay, so this is the output voltage V0. and I'm connecting a feedback resistor through this input signal to output signal. So this is called feedback resistor. So feedback resistor. So feedback resistor RF. Okay, and see right now current directions. Okay, so this is the input current direction, resistor R1, and the potential. So I'll represent the potential. Potential at this point is VA. Potential at this point is VB. Okay, potential at this point is VB, and the potential at this point is VA. Okay, and the current is splitting at point A. This is the terminal A. This is the terminal B. Okay, now the current is moving in this direction. In this direction. So this current is IF. Okay, the input current is split at point A and entering into RF resistor and entering into operational amplifier, but we are not consider entering current in operational amplifier because it is equal to 0. Right now this is the input signal. Now input signal is applied in non-inverting terminal, understand, and this inverting terminal is directly connected to ground. So now I'm not using any signal, I'm not giving any signal to non-inverting terminal. So whatever the input was given here, see I draw the input voltage. So this is the input voltage which was providing to the input non-inverting terminal. So this is called input signal. This is positive and negative peak. This is my input signal VE. What I get from output, same signal, I get same direction, but it is amplified. Okay, so this is called positive and negative peak, and it maintains at almost 0 phase with the input signal. Okay, so this is our final diagram. Here, see here resistance, here resistance R1 and RF. R1 and RF are the input and feedback resistors. The resistors R1 and RF are input and feedback resistors. Okay, understand? Now right now I am applying the same principle, whatever the principle applying in previous page, and the same principle I am applying right now. I am applying KCL law, means Kirchhoff current laws. So according to apply Kirchhoff's current law on both sides. So if you apply Kirchhoff law, current law on both sides, what will be happen? See here, the sum of the entering currents is equal to sum of the leaving currents. So what are the sum of the entering currents? So right now the sum of the entering currents is nothing but here. Sum of the entering currents I1 is equal to IF. Leaving current is IF. So sum of the entering currents, sum of entering currents is equal to sum of leaving currents. So sum of the entering current is I1 and sum of the leaving current is IF. Understand? Sum of the entering current is I1 and sum of the leaving current is IF. So simply I'll write here. Alright, see. From this equation, once again, see the diagram. Okay. Now, if current I1 from left hand side, I'll prove that first, and right hand side after that. Okay, so left hand side I1. So we know that I1 is equal to, see, I is equal to V by R. So I am using this principle. Now I want to find out the voltages and resistors. See here, input voltage is 0 because ground voltage. This is the ground voltage. There is no voltage across this resistor. Okay, so therefore this is a ground voltage. So from that ground voltage, this is represented by 0 volt. Okay, this is represented by 0 volt. So 0 minus VA, because VA is the actual terminal. Now I want to find out voltage at this terminal. So that's why the voltage is moving in this direction. Okay, voltage is moving in this direction. So VA is nothing but 0. Input voltage at inverting terminal is 0. 0 minus VA. So therefore 0 minus VA divided by resistor R1 is equal to, right now, so VA minus V0. So this is nothing but VA. So now current direction is moving in this direction. So therefore VA minus V0. So VA minus V0 divided by RF. Understand? This is clearly understand? Okay. So now I'll write this equation by using this diagram only. Understand? So initially it maintains 0 voltage because it is connected to ground. So 0 minus VA, potential difference divided by resistor. So potential difference V0 minus VA divided by R1 is equal to N current. So this is sum of entering. Now sum of leaving current. VA minus V0. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి మూవ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి VA minus V0 divided by RF. Okay. So I'll write this equation. So simply once again see. I'll write this equation. Finally I got this equation. Okay. From this equation I'll represent minus VA by R1. Because 0 is okay, no problem, 0 will be cancelled. So therefore VA, simply split this equation, VA minus VRF divided by RF minus V0 by RF. Okay, understand? Now shall we move? This is VA and this is VA. Okay, so right now I'll rewrite this equation, rearrange this equation. So V0 by RF is equal to, so you'll take this equation into this left hand side and this equation into right hand side. So therefore VA divided by RF plus VA by R1. Okay, understand? Okay, so take the LCM of this equation. Take the LCM of this equation. So therefore this is nothing but V0 divided by RF is equal to, take LCM R1 into RF. Okay, LCM is R1 into RF. Okay, so simply, so therefore if you take R1 RF, so this is VA common. I'll take the common VA, both equations having VA. So that's why I'll take the common VA, and this is nothing but R1 plus. Okay, so LCM, take LCM and you will get this equation. Okay, then RF will be cancelled. Understand? One second. Understand? This RF will be cancelled. One second. Let's see. RF will be cancelled. Finally you'll get V0 divide is equal to VA into R1 plus RF divided by R1. Okay, so this is your final output voltage of the operational amplifier. Okay, so we will get final output voltage V0. Okay, so I want to write this equation into another form. So that is equal to VA is equal to R1 into V0 divided by R1 plus R2. So I'll write VA voltage. So therefore, so from this point, so understand everybody. See, once again, I'll drag to front page. See, here I want to derive first voltage at VA because I'm not giving signal to inverting terminal. So through this inverting terminal, I'm not basing. Okay. So right now I'm giving non-inverting terminal is output voltage. Sorry, input. I'm giving input voltage to this inverting terminal. Okay. And I'll give the input voltage into this inverting terminal. So that is the reason I find out VA value. Okay. So this is the our VA value. So from using this mathematics or calculation, whatever it may be, for the purpose, I just I want this voltage, VA voltage. How much voltage is developed at point A or terminal A due to this input voltage? Due to this input voltage, how much voltage developed at terminal point A? So that voltage is nothing but VA is equal to R1 minus R1 into V0 by R1 plus R2. So right now, okay, so this is the our formula. Okay, so right now, ఇప్పుడు నేను derive చేస్తున్నాను. Okay, so from the concept of virtual ground, from the concept of virtual ground, from the concept of virtual ground, okay, so VA is equal to Vin. So why I am taking this VA is equal to Vn? Once again, see the diagram. From the virtual ground concept, whatever the potential is there at point B, the same potential is also there at point A. So right now I'll give the potential at point B because input voltage is given to in non-inverting terminal. Okay, but I derive the equation from using inverting terminal. So this is the inverting terminal derivation. From that, I'll define what is the potential at point A. So this is the potential at point A. Okay. So according to virtual ground concept, the potential at point B is always equal to potential at point A. So because according to virtual ground concept, potential at A is always equal to potential at B. Okay. So therefore, according to ground concept, see, virtual ground concept, potential at VA is nothing but potential at Vn because this is the potential. This is the potential at Vn. Okay, so this is the potential at point B, and this is the potential at A. From this equation, these two potentials are equal. Okay, so that is I'll write from the ground with concept of virtual ground, VA is equal to V. So therefore, right now I want to change this equation. Therefore, V in, because VA is nothing but V in. V in is equal to V0 into R1 divided by R1 plus, so this is RF. Okay, RF. So I'll get this equation. Okay. Now, so simply I'll again rearrange this equation. I'll again rearrange this equation. Then this is nothing but write simply what I consider V0. So V0 is equal to R1 plus RF. Okay, times V in divided by R1. See, just simply in terms of V0, I'll write output voltage V0. Okay, so right now this is an equation. Okay, simply compare this equation into actual operational amplifier of operational amplifier output voltage. So the output voltage of operational op-amp is V0 is equal to gain times of V. Okay, so compare this is equation B. This is equation B. So compare 1 and 2. Compare A and B. Then you will get ACL is equal to R by R divided by R1. Okay. So otherwise it is 1 plus R divided by R. So this is the gain. This is the, sorry. This is the gain formula. So therefore, ACL is nothing but gain of the non-inverting amplifier is nothing but 1 plus R divided by R. Okay. Understand? This is the final expression of the gain of the amplifier. Understand, everybody? This is the derivation of a gain of the operational amplifier. Okay. Everybody understand? So please note. Any doubts, please? Any doubts? Any doubts? Please, students, if you're having any doubts, please once ask me. Understand very well?